All right, so we'll start this practice lying down on your back. Just give yourself a moment to find a alert shavasana, so you can wrap the shoulder blades underneath you, so you really feel that external rotation of your shoulders start to happen. You can wiggle through the pelvis a little bit and just make sure that your lower back feels comfortable. And then see if you can release through the hips so that the inner arches of your feet start to face the ceiling. And then by alert shavasana, I just mean don't fall asleep. And so as you find yourself lying down, go ahead and give yourself a body scan from the head all the way down to the toes. Take your time as you travel your form with your imagination from the crown all the way down to the feet. Then you'll take one hand to your belly, one hand to heart center, and go ahead and set an intention for your practice or a dedication, whatever that might look like for you personally. And sort of the collective theme I'd like to think about for this practice is just allowing ourselves as individuals to be open to perspectives, open to different angles, open to challenges, open to moments of grace. I think sometimes, just speaking for myself, because I'm the only one I can really speak to or about in this moment, is that I can sometimes expect my yoga practice to be a certain way, or I can get kind of comfortable with one sort of type of energetic output. And when that's sort of shaken, and admittedly, lately my practice has been a bit slower and I'm trying to kind of turn up the heat a little bit, I can get a little bit agitated, worked up. I can want to give up. So just allowing yourself to be open, not writing stories on whether something's hard or too fiery, just allowing yourself to move through an experience. And then we'll seal this with a very soft Om. Take a big full breath in. Inhale fully and exhale completely. Next time you inhale, you'll reach your arms up overhead like you're taking a good morning stretch. Really reach through your legs and reach through your arms, and just notice that when you move in two directions at one time, you find space in the in between. Organize your feet as if you'd be standing on them. So there's a slight internal rotation of the thighs so that the 5 toes on each foot face the ceiling. Flex your feet like you could stand on them. Take another big breath in as you reach in two directions. And then as you exhale, pull your navel to spine and draw your right knee into your chest. So you're going to give your right knee a little hug. Notice if right away the left foot or left leg wanted to turn out to the left. See if you can continue to spiral the inner left pant seam in, around, and down. And then interlace your fingers around the shin of the right leg. And hug the right thigh into your chest as you also press the right shin into the palms of the hands. So you start to activate the leg even as you're stretching it. So there's some muscular engagement to kind of come along the ride with the flexibility. One more breath here, pressing the shin into the palms and drawing the leg into the torso. And then under the interlace of the hands, extend your right leg up to the ceiling, and then now interlace your hands behind the right hamstring. So the upper leg, the back of the upper leg. Flex both sets of feet, spiral the inner thighs in toward one another slightly, press up through the heel of the right foot, press forward through the heel of the left foot. And then same thing, as you kind of pull the right thigh in toward the torso, you're also pressing the thigh into the hand. So you're engaging the legs also as you stretch the leg. And this is going to bring a sense of heat right away, because not only is it just physically challenging, it's a little bit challenging for the mind as well to find these two actions at the same time. Take one more breath. And then exhale, keep the right leg lifted, cactus your arms so you have like little goalpost arms. And then just start to work into the joint of the right hip as you turn the leg out and you turn the leg in. So you're just basically rotating this right leg into the joint of the hip. So turning in and turning out, all the while keeping this left leg super organized, super engaged. Once again, probably feeling a good bit of heat. Good, one more breath. Then exhale, bend the right knee in toward the chest. Find a half happy baby, grabbing the right foot with the hand inside or outside. You could also do peace fingers around the right big toe if that feels good. As you open the right hip in this half happy baby, keep the left side of you really engaged. So you almost feel like a harnessing of power in the pelvis, which is a big powerhouse. One more breath. And then from here, guide the right leg all the way over to the left. You can use the left hand to help you, taking a supine twist. Once you're there, you can cactus your arms. So everything is just super chill. Not trying to force the twist. 3 full breaths in here. And out as you soften. Good. Inhale back to center, hugging right leg into your chest. And then exhale, extend your right leg to meet the left. Wiggle the pelvis if you need to get sort of centered again. Reach your arms up overhead like you're doing a little supine handstand. Inhale, move in 2 directions at once, and then exhale, navel to spine as you drag the left knee into your chest. Interlace your hands around the left shin. Keep the right leg engaged, so you're turning the inner pant seam of the left leg in and down as you flex the left toes toward the shin. As you pull the left thigh into your torso, also press up through the shin into the hands, so you're finding a little bit of strength and flexibility. Inhale. And exhale, extend your left leg, interlace your hands behind the left thigh, pull the left leg towards you as you also press the left hamstrings into the interlaced hands. Keeping the right leg engaged, put your mind in all these places, which brings a sense of fire. In a way, it's like yoga multitasking, being in so many places at once. And ironically, when it comes to our yoga practice and being in a body, that actually brings us closer to a sense of being present, as opposed to when we're multitasking in real life, that's like the total opposite. So it's kind of interesting. Good, then release the arms into a goalpost. Start to turn the left hip in and out, moving in the joint. You're pressing up through the heel of the left foot as you press forward through the heel of the right foot. And then half happy baby, bend the left knee, grab the inside or outside of the left foot, letting that leg fall to the outer edge of the torso. One more breath. Then taking the right hand to the outer left upper leg, take the left knee all the way across to the right. And then once you find your twist position, you can goalpost the arms once again. So not too much effort, breathing in a sense of fullness And breathing out, a softening. 2 more breaths. And then come back to center. This time, hug both knees into your chest. Start to rock and roll like a little ball. And we'll all meet in downward facing dog. So as you come into your downward facing dog, take your time to set it up. Shoulders right over the wrists. And as always, I like to come into a right angle plank first, which sets up the angle for my downward dog. So if you're doing that, your plank would be shoulders over the wrist, heels over balls of feet, and then the guesswork's taken out. And then once you go up and back, you're in a 60-degree triangle. Bend those knees a little bit or a lot so that you can go down into the balls of your feet, the knuckles of your fingers, and you can lift all the way up from those points of contact through the hips. So you're like a big mountain with a really beautiful peak. Go ahead and pedal out your legs right and left if that feels good to start. And then you'll find a sense of stillness in your downward facing dog. See if you can really wrap the outer upper arms around and in so your armpits face the heart. Slide the shoulder blades up toward the hips gently, not in a forceful way, just so that you open up space for the neck. And take one more breath here. And then very slowly walk your feet up to your hands and find a forward fold at the top of your mat. Once you're in your forward fold, shake yes, shake no. Then soften the knees, pull in the navel, round yourself all the way up, stacking slowly, 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 vertebra by vertebra. So you come into a nice Tadasana. Palms face the front. Nice, wrapping the shoulders back. Soft bend in the knees so you're not locking the legs out. There's some suppleness to your stance. As you inhale, reach the arms up. Let your palms touch. You can look up. As you exhale, like you're doing a pull-up, make fists with your hands and draw the elbows toward the lower waist and draw the shoulders down the back. Inhale, find a little bit of a back bend. So it's like your shoulder blades are nudging your heart forward and you're getting up and over something. Exhale, stay in the back bend. Good. Inhale, press down through your feet, reach up through your arms. Even everything out. And then exhale, forward fold, swan dive. Good. Inhale, lengthen your spine, look forward. And now exhale, walk your feet mat width apart, turn your heels in, toes out, drop the hips, come into a yogi squat. So your booty's heavy, your heart is light, palms pressed toward one another, and you can squeeze your legs into your arms and press your arms out into your legs. Nice. Find length to your spine. Inhale. And then exhale, take your hands down, lift your butt just a little bit, and now you're going to either step back into a plank or jump back into a plank. And then you'll jump back into your squat or step back into your squat. So it's either step, step, or jump into your yogi squat. And just do that about 5 times, either jumping or stepping. I'm going to choose stepping for my little footsie that I should take care of. But building some heat, moving from one pose to the other. Just try to find a sense of connection to your breath. So even as things get a little bit intense, we don't let the breath completely go out the window. Good. Find yourself in plank. Inhale, press into the balls of your feet to shift your heart slightly forward. Look forward. Exhale, knees down or not, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, or thighs are off the mat, upward facing dog. Pop up to the crown of your head. And as you exhale, pull your core in, wrap your ribs in, come up and back into downward facing dog. Good. 3 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. 1. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Inhale. Nice. Exhale. 3. Inhale, lift your heels, gaze forward. Exhale, bend your knees. You're going to shift into like a little handstand hop. It can be a tiny little hop or it can be more of a sustained float. But regardless, you're going to try to shift forward so the shoulders come to the wrist and you're going to kick your own butt. You can think thighs to torso, booty high, and that might help you find some air time. Just take about 3 more hops. After your third one, you'll step or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale to find that halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, tuck your chin, pull in your navel, roll all the way up to stand. Good. And then find yourself in Tadasana. Good. Round 2 of 3. Okay, when the sweaters come off, we know we're getting some heat going. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, do that little pull-up motion. Pull the arms down. Feel the shoulder blades pulled toward one another. Engage your upper back muscles. Inhale. It's like your shoulder blades nudge you forward, around, and up into a little back bend. Exhale, sustain it. Inhale, gather yourself in your center, arms up. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. Inhale, lengthen, gaze forward. And then exhale, yogi squat. Heels in, toes out, wider stance. Drop your hips, lift your heart. Inhale here. And then exhale, hands down 3 times, back into a plank, stepping or jumping, and then jumping or stepping back into your squat. Make sure in your squat you still lift the hands to heart center so you kind of finish it, and then you'll just keep going. Good. After your third one, all meeting in plank. Strong, strong plank. Feel long. Inhale, shift forward slightly. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Beautiful. Exhale, up and back, downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale, lift high in the heels, look forward. Exhale, bend your knees. 3 handstand hops. Thighs to torso, butt to sky. Good. After your third one, you're going to step forward, top of your mat. Inhale for length. Exhale to fold. Bend your knees, roll all the way up. Tadasana. Woo, good lordy. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, do your pull-up thing, elbows down, upper back engages. Inhale, start to find a back bend. Keep weight into the balls of the feet so you can get more up through your front body as opposed to your lower back. Exhale, sustain. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, yogi squat. Hands down 3 times, back into your plank, jumping or stepping. Third time, we'll all meet in plank. Strong plank. Inhale, shift slightly forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up, heart forward, crown of head pings toward the sky. Exhale, wrap your core in, up and back. Very strong transition into your plank. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. And exhale, 3. Inhale, lift your heels, gaze forward. Exhale, bend your knees. 3 of those handstand hops, small, big, or you can always skip them. And you can kind of bounce in the knees if that feels better. Should have offered that the first time around, but I think we're all kind of going for it. After your third, making your way to the tippy top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold in. Press down, roll all the way up. And find yourself in Tadasana. Oh man, great. Reach your arms wide like a little T shape. Eagle wrap your arms, so right elbow underneath the left. And then you're gonna wiggle your feet out just a little bit wider than the hips, so you have some nice ground underneath you. And then you're going to send the elbows forward and the fingertips or the left fist up. And then from here, just going to make like little circles with your torso. Keep your knees soft, your core strong, kind of working into the upper back, which for me is a pretty intense stretch. And then find center, unwrap the arms, wrap them the other way, and then go the opposite way. Or if you went both ways, that's all good too. Really spreading the upper back wide, getting into the nitty-gritty of the upper back. If you do a lot of yoga, this is a spot that can get congested, and really life congests it as well. Stress, desk work, all that stuff. So really open up the back body as well. Good, finding yourself in center. Reach the arms up, wiggle your feet together. Good, from here, bend your knees, find Utkatasana chair pose. Sit nice and low. Inhale here. Stay here for a few more breaths, or exhale, hands down, find Bakasana crow pose. If you're doing crow, hands down, your butt should stay high from the start, so you don't have to do extra work later to lift your butt up. Look forward, shift forward, and know that the trick to this is more physics than strength. It's the equal emphasis of forward through the eyes and a sense of an awareness to what's behind you. If you're in chair, one more breath in. If you're in chair, you're going to exhale, forward fold. If you're in chair, if you did chair, lengthen, look forward. And everyone, exhale, step or jump back, chaturanga. Inhaling up and exhaling back. Downward facing dog. From your dog, inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, knee comes in toward the right armpit. So really get that knee up, elevator up into the armpit. Inhale, slide the knee down toward the right wrist. Exhale, knee up to the armpit. Two more, inhale, slide down to the wrist. You can always do this on a knee. Up to the armpit. Down to the wrist. Last one, up to the armpit. Fly the right leg high, inhale. Exhale, step the right foot between the hands, spin the left foot flat, come into a warrior one. Arms come all the way up. Hook your thumbs over your head, pull them apart so your collarbones open. Ground down through your back foot as you move forward to the center of your front knee for 2 more breaths. Inhale, exhale, hands down. Step it back through your vinyasa, or just meet me back in downward facing dog. Left side, left leg lifts, inhale. Exhale, left knee tries to get all the way up into the left armpit. Inhale, slide your left knee down toward the left wrist. Exhale, knee to armpit. Inhale, down to left wrist. Exhale, up into the armpit. One more, inhale, lower. Whew. Exhale, lift. Send it up and back, 3-legged dog, inhale. And exhale, step the left foot forward, right foot flat, warrior one. Rise, hook your thumbs, pull them apart. Find your down so that you can go up. Nice, 2 more breaths. Inhale, and exhale, release. Finding your way into downward dog, your way. Hand, hand, foot, foot. Lift your hips up off of those foundational points. Imagine what's in between is light and easy, aka the shoulders, the arms, the hips, the feet. And then inhale, you're going to come forward into a plank. Exhale, lower your knees, and then come back into a brief child's pose. Give your arms a break. Hands can reach back for the heels. You can clasp your fingers at the soles of your feet so that you can really release through the shoulders. Let them roll forward and down. 3 more breaths. As you inhale, find a little back bend that brings your vision forward. Keep that back bend going as you root into the lower body so you're nice and stable. Unfold this so you're sitting back onto your heels, reaching your arms up. Good. Exhale, hands forward, coming into a tabletop. Downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels, gaze forward. Exhale, take 3 of those handstand hops. Thighs to torso, butt to the sky. And you might find yourself catching some air. And if you know how to cartwheel, that is basically your safety net. So if you know how to cartwheel, you can really let yourself be challenged here. If you don't know how to cartwheel, you can play it a little bit safer. All right, all the way up to the top of the mat. As you're ready, stepping or jumping. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Wiggle your feet together. Utkatasana, sit low. And then press down through your feet, rock it up through the crown of your head. Good, one more time through that Surya B. 1 breath per movement. Inhale, chair. Stay in chair or exhale, Bakasana crow. Inhale, forward fold in chair, straight legs. Inhale, lengthen, look forward if you're forward folding. And then exhale, everyone, step or jump back through your vinyasa or just meeting downward facing dog. From your dog, inhale, right leg lifts, inhale. Exhale, right knee toward the right armpit. Inhale, slide the knee down to the wrist. Exhale, back up toward the armpit. Inhale, 3-legged dog, right leg high. Exhale, step it forward, left foot flat, rise up, warrior 1. Exhale, right back down again. Your exhale ends at the base of your chaturanga. And then you inhale up into the back bend, pull everything in and up and back, into the downward facing dog. Left leg high, inhale. Exhale, step forward, warrior 1. Ooh, I lied, knee toward the armpit, sorry about it. Good, inhale, lower to the wrist. Exhale, up. Inhale, 3-legged dog now, left leg high. And then exhale, step forward, warrior 1. I think subconsciously I wanted to not do that. And then exhale, lower all the way down. When your exhale is done, you're at the very end of your chaturanga. Inhale up, and that's a challenge of the breath. Exhale up and back. Good, from your downward facing dog, your right leg will lift again. Bend your right knee, open your right hip. Let it be, for lack of better words, a little bit sloppy in this 3-legged scorpion for a moment. So really let things splay and open. Right foot's heavy. You're opening up the front of the right hip into the front of the pelvis. And now organize it a bit. So you plug the hands in, you square the shoulders off, and from the tips of your fingers out in front of you, you go up through the center of your lifted knee. Ah, so good. And now straighten and square that leg and slowly step the right foot in between the hands. Come into a warrior 1 again. And then this time, exhale, interlace your hands behind your lower back. Have a moment here where your hands are interlaced and your elbows are bent. And you're gonna wrap the elbows toward one another. And I have a tendency when my arms go behind me to let everything splay. So see if you can pull the navel in, low ribs in and down, but then a sense of broadness from the collarbones right to left, and a sense of length from the crown of your head up and the tail of yourself or the center of your pelvis down. Now, keep the shoulder blades wrapping toward one another as you start to extend the elbows, lift the heart. And then exhale, humble warrior fold. Right shoulder inside the right knee. Keep finding the outer edge of your left foot so that the left hip moves over to the left. Keep finding the ball of the right foot so the right hip pulls in. So it's almost like a scissoring in of your lower body. 2 more breaths. Stay low, but release the hand bind. Reach your fingertips way out in front of you. Step your back foot in a little bit. And then go down to the ball of your right foot and up through the ball of your right sitting bone. So you start to straighten this right leg a little bit or a lot of it. Coming into a pyramid pose. Once you find your length, take inhale, halfway lift, gaze forward. And then exhale, forward fold, and hang out here for 3 breaths. Steady, even breathing. And as you inhale, lengthen and gaze forward. Exhale, bend the right knee, press into the ball of the left foot so everything kind of shifts forward, and then float that left foot off the mat so you come into a standing split. Your right leg can be bent a little bit or a lot, hands down or at the ankle, dropping your head weight. Good. Inhale, lengthen. Look forward, and then exhale, Jiva squat. Take the left knee behind the right knee as you bend the right knee deeply. Maybe even no hands here. Inhale, power through the sole of your right foot to straighten your right leg a little bit or a lot. Come back into standing split. Good. Exhale, bend. Hands or no hands, coming into that Jiva squat. And standing split. One more like that. Jiva. And standing split. Inhale, lengthen, look forward, and then exhale, step the left ball of foot all the way back so you're in a long, low lunge. Plant your left hand down, and then lift your right arm up, twisting to the right, easy twist. Keep finding the full spread of the ball of the back foot. Put a lift at the front of your left hip. For 2. And 1. Windmill open into a straight leg warrior 2. Give your front leg a break. Good. As you inhale, reach your arms up. Keep your legs straight. And then as you exhale, you're going to bend your front knee, side angle, forearm to thigh, or hand to floor or block, inside or outside of that front leg. Nice. And then again, inhale, straight-legged warrior 2. Palms touch, look up. And exhale, bend all the way down into side angle. Beautiful. Inhale up, 1 more. Exhale, now side angle all the way through into a half moon. So your left leg will fly up. Your right fingertips are out to the right. You're finding all these lines, back to front, down to up, and then even finding a sense of roundness from those straight lines. Now from here, see if you can get light in your right hand and float the right fingertips off the floor. If not, that's okay. We're going to slowly start to turn the lifted leg in. So you're coming into a warrior 3 right away, or a modified warrior 3, until you find the stability to lift your hands off. Hands come to heart center, or you can airplane. Or for the 3 breaths more we have, maybe full warrior 3, reaching your arms forward. For 1, for 2, and for 3. Inhale, stand all the way up, left knee into your chest. You can kickstand it to give yourself a break for a moment. And then eagle wrap, left leg around the right leg. Left arm underneath the right arm. Head sit low, reach the fingertips up for 3, for 2, and for 1. Unwrap everything, fly the arms up. Palms touch, and then big exhale through the mouth. Let anything go. Hands to heart center. Close the eyes for a moment. Give yourself a break. Still letting the exhales come out the mouth if that's therapeutic for you. Make as much noise as you want to. Get a little bit lioness on it. Good, and then left side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. Inhale, find length, gaze forward, and exhale, step into downward dog. Or if you're just, jonesing for it, vinyasa. Nice. Way to take it. From here, your 3 points of contact will be your hands and your right foot. Press into them to float your left leg up. Bend your left knee, open your hip. Make it a sloppy scorpion to start, really twisting and really kicking that lifted foot back behind you to the right so you feel the front of your left thigh open up. And then plug into your hands more, wrap your shoulders towards square. Even bend the right knee a little bit. Press down and away with your hands as you lift up and back with everything else. Straighten and square your left leg. And then slowly step that foot between the hands. Warrior one, rise up. And then exhale, interlace your hands behind your back. Bend the elbows, engage your upper back. See if any splaying happened. You can pull the navel in, ribs in and down. Broaden the collarbones and find length. And then keeping the upper back engaged, start to lengthen through your elbows, lift your heart. And then exhale, fold over your front thigh. Shoulder toward the middle or the inside of your left knee. Find your right foot because most likely your butt's dropping way to the left. So right foot helps you anchor the right hip around to the right. 2 more. Good, stay low. Reach the arms forward. Step your back foot in a little bit. Find your arms really out in front of you so your spine is long. And then press into the ball of your left foot and lift the left ball of your sitting bone away from it. So your leg starts to straighten a little bit or a lot. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. And exhale, fold in for 3. Inhale, find halfway lift. Bend into your left knee, press into the ball of your right foot to fly the right leg up into that standing split. Drop your head weight, hands down or even hands at the ankle. Head goes down, center of right heel goes up. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, Jiva, bend your knees. Tuck the right behind the left, maybe no hands. Inhale, straighten and fold, standing split. And Jiva, bend. And straighten, lift, and fold. 1 more, inhale. And exhale. Halfway lift, standing splits, look forward. And then exhale, step that right ball of foot all the way back. Plug your right hand down, lift your left arm up. Engage your right leg. So you're in a low lunge twist. Yeah, perfect. Heel of right foot above the ball of the right foot. Nice. For 2 more. Inhale, windmill into a straight leg warrior 2. I'm just going to face the camera. So you're facing the right long edge of your mat. Inhale, palms touch. And then exhale into your side angle. Any way you want to do it. Just keep the front body open. Inhale up, straighten front leg. Exhale down into your side angle. Good, inhale up again. And then this time coming into your half moon, shifting forward, flying the right leg high. Maybe that bottom hand never even touches the floor. Kicking back through your right foot and lengthening through the crown of your head. And now, mindfully, with hands or no hands, see if you can take the outer right hip around and down, squaring off the right leg, coming into a warrior three, or modified warrior three with the hands down. And then you'll find warrior three regular from there. If you'd like, for the final 3 breaths, your arms can reach forward for 1, for 2, and for 3. Standing up, right knee into your chest, or find a kickstand for a moment to reset, resettle. Eagle, right leg over left, right arm under left. Elbows forward, fingertips up. Dropping the hips, lifting up through the crown of your head for 3, for 2, and 1. Unwrap, unravel, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Close the eyes. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it go through the mouth. Good. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, plant your hands, come onto your shins for camel. In your camel, you'll set your hips over your knees. Hands will come to the lower back for this first one. Same thing we did in that warrior one setup before we folded, engaging the muscles of the upper back, inner elbows toward one another. Nice. Down through your shins, up through the crown of your head. And then keep this going. Let's say you're thinking 3 parts up to 1 part back. 3 parts up to 1 part back. So as you start to go into a back bend, you're still lifting up out of your foundation. And if you'd like, you can reach your hands back to your heels. You can tuck your toes if that helps. You can come into more of a full camel. Shoulder blades are like a platter holding your heart. Front body is open like a Care Bear, sending out rainbows and hearts. You can drop your head back for the last 3 breaths here. Just 1 camel today. Good. And then engaging the muscles of your center, looking forward, pulling yourself up to the knees. Good. Untuck the toes. Take your hands down, tabletop. Find some creative cat-cows here, just working through the back, working through the neck. Going a few circles each direction. And then from here, you'll cross your ankles, sit your hips back. Swing your legs forward. And we'll come into a Paschimottanasana. Always sitting on your blankets if you have them, if you'd like. Regardless, you can move the fleshy part of your bum away so you really feel yourself making contact with the earth. Bend your knees a little bit, drag your heels towards your sitting bones, and see if you can find the lift of your torso from this like engaged foundation. So typically when the legs lock, this happens. So it's almost like a little pelvic tilt forward, which allows all this to go up. Arms up. Then exhale, send your heart all the way forward and fold over your legs. Knees in towards the armpits. Hands find the outer feet. You can lower your forehead down to a block between your inner calves or just let your head relax. We'll be here for 8 slow breaths. Last breath. Stay in the fold of your pelvis, but just lengthen your spine, almost like you're going to take a little back bend, which allows you to look forward. Feel your lower body supporting your upper body. So you can bend your knees a lot if you need to feel that, like you're really resting on your legs. And then punch your fists forward, go back through your hips, forward through your fists, and then unfold this via a back bend. Inhale here, and then exhale, nice and dramatic, contract in your center, and roll all the way down onto your back. Knees into chest, and then guide your legs all the way over to the left. Inhales fill you up, exhales flow, energy out. Nice, one more breath here. Then back through center. You need to move your hips, they got wonky, you can do so, and then guide your legs over to the right. Gaze goes left. One more time, inhale and exhale. Come back into center, hug both knees into your chest this time. Make yourself a tight little ball, and then slowly extend your legs long into Shavasana. This time a Shavasana that's very restful, chill, still wrapping the blades of the shoulders underneath you, softening through the hips. I love this image of in Shavasana, in a way being like a book. We all have our stories. It's exciting to be human, ultimately exciting. It can be painful and all that other stuff, but we all have stories, right? So imagine that you have this center that is like the bind of your book. And from the center of yourself to the right and the left, you're like opening the pages, finding a moment to be with yourself, to be vulnerable with yourself, to continue to follow the breath in and out.
We are held by God. And when I say God, I'm just going to say all that is. We choose what we let go of from moment to moment. And as we choose, we step into the new reality forming in front of us of infinite possibility. Choice you make, you can't fall out of it. choices. And yet there's one choice.
Slowly begin to come back to your breath. And as you inhale, imagine filling up from the bottom all the way to the top. And then as you exhale, start to make small movements, fingers and toes, wrists and ankles. And as you're ready, taking a good big morning stretch, arms overhead. As you exhale, rolling on to the side of your choice. And then slowly pressing your way up into a seat. And taking hands to heart center, finding a moment of gratitude for your mind, your body, your breath. And this shift from spring towards summer, which also naturally brings more heat, more community, more fire, more activity. Whatever else you're grateful for this morning. And we'll close out with the sound of Om. Full breath in. Om. Namaste.